All right, so this is going to be my official Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios prediction. I like both of these guys. I don't have any dog in the race. First of all, I'm going to say this. We'll go through the tail of the tape. Keith Thurman's 33 years old. He stands at 5'8". He has a 69-inch reach. His record reads 29 wins, 1 defeat. That sole defeat coming by way of Manny Pacquiao. No shame in losing to one of the greatest of all time, even if he was a bit older. With 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Mario Barrios is 5'10". He has a 71-inch reach. He's 26 years old, I believe. His record reached 26 wins, 1 defeat, and 17 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And what the fuck is going on here? But we got to address the elephant in the room. Firstly, that Keith Thurman is coming off a 2.5-year layoff. Now, Keith Thurman was a very good welterweight up-and-comer a decade ago. He did become unified champion for a brief couple of months. He beat some good guys like Diego Chavez, who fought Tim Bradley to a draw, and Jesus Soto Caras and them back then. But the bulk of Keith Thurman's resume rests on the Sean Porter and Danny Garcia win. And I would say that, and then the other, and as far as Mario Barrios goes, Keith Thurman's by far the more experienced of the two. Barrios is coming off a knockout loss, and he's also moving up in weight. Now, as far as Barrios goes in this fight, I think he should use those 2 or 3 inches of reach he has, use those 2 or 3 inches of height he has, because there's one thing that Keith Thurman doesn't have. It's a good jab. Utilize the jab in this fight and go to the body. He's been out of the ring for a long time, Keith Thurman, and we just saw how that inactivity can sometimes come back to bite you in the ass, like what happened with Gary Russell last weekend. I'm not taking anything away from Magsayo, but the dude was out of the ring for 2 years. So utilize your jab. And the other thing I would suggest for Mario Barrios to do is go to the body. We've seen Keith Thurman hurt to the body multiple times. Sean Porter hurt him to the body. Luis Collazo hurt him to the body. 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao almost blew his fucking rib cage out with the body shot. I mean, if that was younger Pacquiao, he would have stopped him. But so that would be my suggestion for Mario Barrios. Now, as far as Keith Thurman goes, I've been watching the build-up to this fight, and I've liked the way that Keith Thurman's been talking. He seems like he's gotten his drive back. He's gotten the fire back in his belly. He's talking very ambitious and determined. So I like to hear that coming out of Keith Thurman. I like Keith Thurman. I just didn't like when he was saying he was going to crucify Pacquiao and all that shit, because we all know Pacquiao's a holy man. And but yeah, Keith Thurman, in the lead up to this fight, he sounds very determined, very ambitious to get back in the mix of things with the likes of Ugas, Spence, Crawford, etc. As far as I'm concerned, this fucking entire division's been put on hold for the last 3 years due to all these fangirl channels talking about Spence and Crawford, a fight that'll never happen and I don't give a shit about anymore. So I've been resorting more to talking about the Superfly, the bantamweights, 140 pounds, light heavyweight, and heavyweight, where people are actually fighting each other. So other divisions that deserve more of my attention, to say the least. But I'd like to see Keith Thurman get back in there and mix it up. It sounds like he's got the right mentality going into this fight. And Barrios, like I say, he's not the most experienced. I think Keith Thurman's just got to confuse Mario Barrios with his footwork, give him different looks, confuse him a little bit. He's got quick feet, quick hands, and like I say, as far as Mario Barrios goes, utilize that jab. Don't let Keith Thurman plant his feet to land one of those big hooks on you. But even though, considering the Thurman layoff, I mean, unless he's completely shot to pieces, I think he should be able to take care of Mario Barrios. I mean, Keith Thurman would have to be really, really shot or to get an injury in the fight or something like that. for me to see Mario Barrios beating him. I don't see Mario Barrios being able to stop him. If Pacquiao, even though he was way past his prime, isn't able to stop you, if Danny Garcia is not able to stop you, if Sean Porter is not able to stop you, then I don't see any way in hell Barrios can win this fight. And I don't think Barrios is going to win on the cards either, because they're trying to set up a Thurman-Spence fight after Thurman wins this fight and after Spence beats Ugas. But that being said, I got Keith Thurman winning this fight by knockout. I think now Keith Thurman hasn't had a knockout since fucking Jesus was in town. So I'm gonna make a bold prediction here and say he gets his moniker back as the one time. I think Keith Thurman's gonna get Mario Barrios out of there. I think it's gonna look a lot like the Josecito Lopez fight. Okay, but Josecito Lopez, in my opinion, is better and far more experienced than Barrios is. So I think it's going to look similar to that fight. I do think Mario Barrios will have his moments, but even considering the long layoff that Thurman's coming off of, I don't think Barrios is experienced enough, and I don't think he's moving up in weight, coming off a knockout loss to Tank. I think Thurman's going to get him out of there, and I'm going to say he gets Keith Thurman. For my official prediction, I'm going to say Keith Thurman wins this fight by 8th or 9th round stoppage. Okay? The other thing I want to address in this video is the fact that fucking this fight is on pay-per-view. I mean, the PBC have been absolutely ridiculous with their pay-per-views. Guys, I applaud you. Do not pay for this shit. No disrespect to the two fighters. I like Keith Thurman. I like Mario Barrios. But the PBC is full of scumbags, as we all well know. Don't give your hard-earned fucking money to these dirtbags. I mean, this is a good, solid fight, no doubt about it. But is it worth $75 paying for? Absolutely fucking not. Just stream this fucker so that we can listen to Floyd Mayweather cry about some more about how the fans are conning him out of money after he got done conning the fans out of money for the past 20 years. So, I mean, the PBC is just getting pathetic with their fucking pay-per-views. Luis Ortiz versus Wilder 2. Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. Areola versus Ruiz. I mean, the shit's just pathetic. Again, nothing against Keith Thurman or Mario Barrios, but to put this shit on pay-per-view is absolutely fucking pathetic. And I just had to mention that while I was in the middle of this prediction video. But yeah, for my official prediction, I think even though he's coming off the layoff, I think unless he's totally shot, I think Keith Thurman will win, and I think he will stop Mario Barrios in the mid to late rounds. And put on, and I think, and like I say, I like his mentality going, and it seems like he's got the fire back in his belly. So I got Keith Thurman winning this fight by mid to late round stoppage. Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and God bless you all. Salute.